Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the House of Moody Vintage podcast. It is episode 7. Great to have you back. Great to be back. What a wonderful week. It's been a regular week, regular weekend. Actually, this is a lot more chill weekend, not having to go out, not having to meet people, coming from abroad, which I have been incredibly blessed to experience and to have. Just a huge shout out, though, by the way, to my very, very close friends, people I've known for years, and this particular friend who came all the way from Sweden, just for me. Just kidding, not just for me. They just took the opportunity to make their way down south, southeast of Asia, here in Thailand. To take a break into Bangkok and other areas of beautiful Thailand. Always going to be representing Thailand wherever I go. It's a beautiful country. I mean, what do you want me to say? Anyways, and it's just, it's a smart move for a lot of people, not just for like tourism, but like if you really want to like change a scene and not want to live in a toxic ass, city. I'm not going to mention the city. No, I will mention the city because it's actually on today's agenda, okay? On today's what to talk about list, and I'm a little upset about it, but we'll wait. We'll keep that for later because it is a very serious topic. I want to keep things light as possible and be entertaining to you guys, but there are certain things that just sort of triggers you, and you just can't help but be emotional about it. Anyways, so back to my very, very close friend Shakya. She came down with her her beau. And we just had a great time. It was midweek, so I gotta be honest with you. I was already exhausted, with work and stuff like that, and dealing with the usual weekly workload. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned it last episode, right, where I was clocking in like over 60 hours a week, and there are people who work. Oh my God, I don't know how people in Korea do it, like South Korea or Japan, and I know they have. This is not a secret, or you've heard it from somebody or whatever, but you should know by now. Those places have a very, very toxic work, I guess, work ethics. I don't think it's work ethics. I think the work environment is toxic because they're just like overworking all the time, and they're just, I think it's like 6 days a week or something, which is nuts. I could not live in a place like that. Go to Japan to visit, or South Korea to visit, but man, if you want to shift your life there, bro, oh my God. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You're better off here in Thailand, you know what I'm saying? Come here in Bangkok, baby. People, I have friends who basically have we're migrating here. So, willing to retire here. It's a very tempting place to do so. Anyways, she's in town. She originally had this entire, plan of a vacation plan that sort of went awry because of the pandemic and whatnot. So they had to sort of reschedule things, and so they found themselves, hey, you know what? This is a great opportunity. And she's like, hey, I know people in Thailand, so. Me being one of them. So, so why not? Let's go down there. And, Thailand's obviously one of the best places to come visit, for a holiday. And so she came down and we had a great time, man. I was so tired at that point. I got to be honest with you. I didn't tell them this, but, because when you have like guests over kind of, technically, when you're hosting people or you're sort of welcoming them in, making them feel welcome and stuff like that, you have to do a little extra effort. You have to put in a little extra effort and energy, right? So midweek, bro, oh my God, that was tough for me, but I was like, no, you know what? I haven't seen her for years. Again, last time I saw her, I think was 2015. I think, like I mentioned last time. So yeah, man, we sat, we had dinner, and just over some drinks, at the Commons. Man, I haven't been to the Commons in a while, and yeah, I think it was a good choice by me to go to meet up with them at the Commons, in Tonglo. It was a fun time. Anyway, so yeah, we sat there and had a conversation and just caught up on life, because There's a lot of things that she revealed that I did not know about, which I don't feel too bad about because apparently, there was a point where her parents didn't know about it, so I didn't feel too bad. I was like, okay, cool. I don't feel like out of the loop. Not gonna get into details, obviously, but it's nothing negative. It's very, very, very positive. And also that just reminded me, like, it's something that I actually shared on Instagram the other night, I think, where I said I have been, it was the other night, actually the night in which I met up with Shakya. So I was just like counting my blessings, like straight up. This year these past couple of months have been so weird for me, weird in a good way. I didn't really expect so much, happiness from people I've known for so long. You know what I mean? The fact that I was able to meet up with them on this side of the world in my favorite city right now, here in Bangkok, and they come with great tidings, not just good tidings, great tidings. And I mean by that, it's just, really good thing, really great things happening for them in their lives. And it just made me, I don't know, just sitting there today thinking about, what I want to discuss for this episode. And I just thought, I was like, damn, it just reminded me of my early 20s. When you're early 20s, you're at a high school or whatever, you're in college or whatever, you're going out and your friends are freaking getting married, right? We've all like most of us have experienced this, right? After high school, right? After, you're 8. Yeah, pretty much after high school, right? Like people go their own ways and you either keep contact with them or you don't. And I've been blessed to actually be in contact with a lot of old school friends, not just in high school, but people I've known since elementary school, and I've mentioned them here before, like Alex, Olivia, these are people I've known literally since the first grade. And I still know them and we're still in contact and there's still, a lot of love and a lot of, from time to time, just catching up, saying happy birthdays, things like that. And we got so much love and respect for each other. So I'm very blessed for that. And I was just thinking of like, this just took me back. Like when I was in my early 20s, people, my friends were getting married. They were having kids, what I'm saying? They were, not getting married, but still having kids, getting divorced and, the whole motion, the whole roller coaster thing that, we go through in life, and the same thing with my friends. Friends were basically the same way. And so now it's just weird. It's like I'm sort of experiencing the same thing, but this time with like, people who I consider family, people I've known for years. I've known Shakya since 2003. And she it's really funny. She actually mentioned one of my exes, and I was like, damn girl, you remember. I knew why she remembered. We're not gonna get into that, but she's like, yeah, I remember this. I remember her, the Persian girl you were. I was like, oh, can't believe you remembered. And she does. Very good memory, Shakya, very good. Anyway, so I do those like sort of like reminiscing moments, like in a frame of a second, that kind of thing. That just happened right now. And then we were just reminiscing and just, just again, catching up on life and things like that. And things are going great for them and God bless them for real. I love all of y'all for real. And I'm just like, man. And I say the same. I told the same thing to my little sis. I think to both Amina and Sonia, and to them that I don't question it. Embrace what's coming. It's beautiful what's happening. Don't question why. Just take it in and do your darndest to hold on to that. You know what I mean? Like hold on, man, boy. Don't let that shit go, because it's a very, very positive element in your life to have these great things that are happening, and and so that made me be just crazy. I mean, blessed, dude. Like I'm always saying this, and I know I sound like a broken record, but I always sort of have to really it keeps me, grounded, man. It really does keep me grounded, and it keeps me sort of, focused in what I need to do in life and what I need to continue to pursue, or just work on, not just work on, but sort of build on. You know what I'm saying? And so these really positive things that are happening around me and for the people in my life, it's kind of like it gives me the confidence, and then like it instills that sort of that I guess resilience, right? And so so I've just been like I've told both of them and anyone really, all the good things that are happening to them, like, yo, just give me some of your positive energy, like, please. Do some of that feng shui, and please bring some of that positive energy to me. I'm not complaining, man. I really do. I'm very, I don't want to say content. Yeah, I am. I'm not, I wouldn't say content. I don't think content is the right word, but I'm not complaining, for real. I'm not complaining. Like I said all the time, I'm always like blabbering about being positive and being blessed and counting up blessings and things like that. So, yeah, I'm just hoping for better. I'm just one day at a time, go with the flow and just hope for better things, right? Anyway, so yeah, that was that. We will be hanging out again when they're back. They're they're out of town right now, still in Thailand, but doing their thing. So can't wait to hang out with them again. And they gave me this wonderful bottle of whiskey from Sweden. From the land of the Norsemen. And I was surprised. I'm very weird at receiving gifts. Very weird. I'm really weird. I had and it's got me in I've gotten arguments with like significant others about this. I've had significant others who whether it was in I don't know how to say this, whether it was good intentions or a selfish intention, I don't know, but them giving me gifts, I don't know, and I'm just like, I'm weird about it because I'm very weird about, I'm okay giving, right? Y'all, people who know me, who are close to me in my life, you guys know I'm like, yo, man, I wear my heart on my sleeves and I give a lot. Like if I do it, if I love you, I'm gonna tell you straight up. And that's not just like, that's not just in a relationship, like in a intimate or, or have a significant other. I'm talking about anybody and anybody, I will straight up tell you, man, that like, just let you know, yeah, hey, I love you, or I miss you, or, just know that, I appreciate your existence in my life, those kind of things. Cause, that's just who I am. I'll always be expressive in that way. Regardless of the relationship, regardless of who you are. So, so they know. So I'm good at giving when it comes to love, right? But when it's like physical, tangible gifts, I get weirded out, and it's very thoughtful. It was a very thoughtful gift, and I love the gift. Trust me, I love the gift. Okay, but I'm always kind of like, wait, why are you giving me this? Like, it's that whole, like, do I deserve this? Why are you giving me this? I don't deserve this. I haven't done anything, to receive this gift. Why, and man, I just gotta stop. I have to stop. I have to really stop, questioning shit, man. And these are people, and that's even like, I'm hard on myself even more because it's like, dude, these people love you. They've been in your life for a very, very long time, and they're just doing something kind. They're doing nice, something nice. And I just get weirded out, man. I don't know. It's just me, I guess. I'm just very weird at getting gifts, and giving is almost the same thing. Like in the sense that, like, I'm more likely to get you something that's, I'm very good at observing, right? So if we're like walking through the mall or whatever, and I see you like staring at something, and you're like, oh, I wanted that or whatever, or maybe that's not, something I can't get now or whatever, I will literally go out the next day, or when you're not looking, when we're hanging out, whatever, and I will buy that for you. And I'll gift it to, whoever. my brain just works like that. Like I'm more willing to do that. Like I'm just more willing to do something like that rather than you know, worry about, oh my God, what her birthday or his birthday or her birthday is coming up soon. Oh my God, what do I get them? I'm really bad at that, which is weird. I'm just really bad at gift giving like that. But when it comes to like spontaneous stuff, when you're least expecting it, oh, I love that. It just, for some reason, my brain like turns on at that moment. Like, oh, okay, now your brain's working. Now you can give this person, because, you know, this person was talking about or looking at this thing. Like, you know, I had in one of my past relationships where, you know, my significant other was looking at these wonderful shoes, and I you know, and she just talked about it, and she just showed me one day, and she didn't really think that I was paying attention, and, you know, just out of the blue, I just bought her the damn shoes, you know, because I thought it'd make her happy, and it did. So I hope she's still wearing them. Anyways, so yo, man, so what's good, man? So I wanted to talk about certain things, like well, one specific topic, but I'm holding that off to the end because, man, it's gonna get me riled up. But I've watched dude, I guess we got to talk about what I've been watching lately. I really want to talk about that. I mean, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know what I've been watching. So Tokyo Vice on HBO, y'all. The first 3 episodes dropped. I love it. I freaking love it. I knew I was gonna love it. First of all, because it's HBO, right? HBO just, they've been cranking out, you know, quality TV. Like, you know, before there was Netflix, there was HBO. Let's not get it twisted, my friends. You know. But yeah, so Tokyo Vice, you know, it's based on a book or a memoir I think the writer who did the screenplay, I think he's the same writer for the book. I think so, right? Can't remember. Anyways, so yeah, so it's basically about this young you know, journalist from Missouri. You know, he goes off to Japan. He wants to. I don't want to tell you why, because it's part of the, you know, the character building, and you find out about the plot and things like that. But, you know, he just moves to Japan. He goes to Tokyo, and he wants to basically be a journalist for the most prestigious publication in all of Japan. And this is in the late 90s. This is like 99, okay? 1999, I was a freshman in high school. Like, I just went into high school, so think about that. And it's very, you know, late 90s kind of vibe to it. But I knew it was going to be good, but yeah, I knew it was going to be good. Because I sort of got hints of it from the trailer, you know. Ansel Elgort is in, you know, he's the lead. He plays the, you know, the American journalist. And so his character just goes through the whole, like, he is immersed in the entire culture of Japan, basically Japanese culture, you know, learning the language, writing, you know, writing in Japanese, which is something, it's a requisite if you want to get into this publication. You have to pass the entrance exam. It's that serious. It was, you know, it's that kind of serious. That's how serious they take it. And I don't know if it's still the same now, because this was, you know, in the late 90s, so I don't know, things might be different now. But, and, you know, back then newspapers were still a thing. So yeah, he has to go through that. He, you know, does his thing. And he really wants to get into crime, like, you know, the police beat, you know, the crime. That's why, you know, Tokyo Vice. And you know, he just stumbles into the whole, like, Tokyo underground kind of thing, you know, with the Yakuza, as we all know. So all these elements are just, you know, enticing for anyone to see, really. And Ken Watanabe, oh my God, come on. Not a Japanese legend, but like a legend in film, period. I mean, he should be enough of a reason to watch the damn show, right? He's awesome in it. And again, it's only been 3 episodes. So if you're a cinephile, you will know when I reference this, but I do get elements sort of like the feel of Infernal Affairs, very much like it. And I'm glad. It's like it's not exactly like that, but you get that vibe, you get that energy, and oh man, I'm for it. I'm all for it. I'm in it, bro. Tokyo Vice is it's dope. It's shot wonderfully. The performances are great. The story is what really, I think sells it, right? Um, so like the whole just being there, just being in Tokyo in the late 90s is just and seeing it from the the showrunners or the director's perspective is wonderful. It's brilliant. And yeah, I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's on HBO, Tokyo Vice, Ansel Elgort, and Ken Watanabe. And so yeah, so that's that. And what else was there? There's another show I was watching on HBO. Was it on HBO? Shoot, I forgot. Hold on, one sec. Let me just pull up my. Let me just pull up my list here. I sing from time to time, ladies and gentlemen, in the bathroom. I saw King Richard today. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. So yeah, I do sing in the bathroom. If you guys want to, my latest single is going to be coming out soon, so look out for that. I saw King Richard today. Finally, it dropped on HBO, so took the opportunity to watch it. Great movie. I loved it. And Will Smith was good in it. He was good. He was really good in it, but man, I got to be honest with you. I don't know if I would have given him the award for Best Actor. I have seen better roles. I'm being like that's here. I think it's one of those like when DiCaprio got it for The Revenant, but like he's done like really really other great films, great roles, but you watch The Revenant and it's like, well, it was just like one of those like years had accumulated and like he just hadn't received the award yet. So this was the year because there might have been like other wonderful performances that other people should have won. But yeah, it was one of those. I felt like this Oscars was the Academy Awards was kind of like that, and they just gave it to Will Smith. No, but he was good. He was great in it. He really was. And with all the bullshit aside, yes, we know, with all the bullshit aside, let's separate the art from the artist for a second here. Great. It's a great movie, and the whole cast really. The two young girls who played Venus and Serena Williams. Fantastic. And it's really cool to see that, to see these kind of like, I wouldn't call this a biopic, but, yeah, just a story, based on a true story kind of film, and to see the hard work that went behind it, because I actually got chills because, I was watching the rise of Venus Williams, becoming number one female tennis player in the world. When she was in her first tournament as a 14-year-old in freaking was it 1994? Yeah, that's when the tournament was. 94. I was 9, so she's 5 years older than me, Venus Williams. I was 9, so but I was always into sports, as a little kid, growing up. So watching that on ESPN and watching Venus like grow year after year and just becoming the freaking monster she became on the tennis court, followed by, of course, her sister Serena, who is, it would be very difficult to disagree with the fact that Serena Williams is the freaking GOAT. She's the GOAT. In women's tennis, she is the greatest of all time. Serena Williams. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry, because y'all know that too. Come on. Anyways, so it was just really great to see that. It's a really well done film. Fantastic performances. It really was. Nothing was overdone, I don't think. I think it was executed very well, to be honest. I really enjoyed King Richard. Great movie. And it's just, yeah, man, it's kind of a nice little segue into the topic that I wanted to discuss. Something, it didn't surprise me. I say it's a kind of a good segue because, it's about like building up women and just empowering them. Yeah, just the independence and to give them a fair shot, a well-deserved shot. And so anyways, so this happened like a week ago. I think it's been a week. I saw it on, a bunch of Instagram feeds or stories. People were sharing it, and it was a survey. The source was from Dhaka Tribune. It's actually a publication that I used to work for that I helped build. That's right, original cast member over here. Thank you very much. Anyways, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. That's a fact. But this survey, this is wild, man. I'm just gonna, so I don't misquote anything here. Okay, this was infuriating. It wasn't surprising, but also infuriating. And I'll tell you what the most infuriating part of that was hold up, man. And I also took this opportunity to, because for one of my classes I'm doing this mock campaign of like this social issue with, working with a brand and making a sort of like a movement, like a campaign about it, So okay, so here it is. This is wild, man. So this was like the headline of the post on Instagram. 68% of Bangladeshi people, okay? That's people of Bangladesh. Now, I don't know who they surveyed. All you know is, men and women. You know that, right? I don't know who they surveyed. But 68% Bangladeshi people believe educated, independent women deserve harassment. Come on, fam. Okay, here it is. MJF and DNet conducted a study which included 518 participants. That's actually good when you're doing research. 400 plus is how you do it. But from various areas, they say females made up 47% of this group, while males made up 53%. Females made up 47%, male 53%, okay? But out of that, 68% of them said that educated, independent women deserve harassment. That means a percentage of women also voted that way. According to the survey, 53% of Bangladeshis believe... Oh my God, this is very hard for me to even continue to read. Okay, so according to the survey, 53% of Bangladeshis believe that rape and sexual harassment victims are to blame for the violence that has been perpetrated against them. Around 73% of those polled believe that a woman's life is successful when she is married to a suitable man. Women who are independent do not follow social norms and act like men, according to 68% of respondents, are deserving of derogatory remarks. Women should not work in the media and entertainment industries, work late shifts at night, or travel with men, according to 52% of people in the study. The research found that the significant percentage of people think women who wear Western clothing, stay out at night, hang out with with men, and post videos on social media deserve the hostile and misogynistic attitude. Fam, I'm going to take issue to that. Let's talk about that. This dude, oh my God. It hurts. It doesn't make it right, but it hurts to know. Like, I understand if the majority of those, like, if they were to say, because the 53% were men, if the survey came out and said those 53%, all of them said that, women deserve harassment, I would understand that because, they're men and they're Bangladeshi men. So, it's not surprising. Doesn't make it okay, but it's not surprising. But dude, 68% of people, that means women did it. Women think that too, because women are, some of these women are in that type of environment, that toxic environment. And so unfortunately, that's a recent state of how things are. And they've surveyed over 500 people, over 500 people, I think it was, that I mentioned. So I'm just thinking, damn, what the hell does the rest of the country think? It's just gonna be more of it, and things are being perpetuated. And I take I take issues with this is because, man, I grew up around women my whole fucking life. I grew up around strong ass independent women. You know, I saw my mom, my own mother, God rest her soul, busted her ass off. I mean, both my parents did, but she was double the busting ass off. You know what I mean? Not only taking care of the house, you know, but she also had a job. She worked at Target for 15 years. Full time, worked at Target for 15 years. And you know what she would do after her shift at Target? She would go and help my father at the grocery store, the business that my dad owned. She would go over and help him out. The whole day this woman would work. But man, I never heard her complain. And maybe that's like the whole, like, you know, maybe it's because of the generation of that generation, and even my generation, you know, we don't complain. We just like sort of dig our heels in the ground and just get to it and things like that. But that's the point. The point is, man, I could not even imagine seeing my mother in any other way besides, you know, wearing jeans, you know, wearing a t-shirt, you know, you know, being part of that California lifestyle, you know what I mean? Working her ass off, and then getting to have fun and relax on the weekends, or, you know, whenever she had a day off, she'd be able to do that. And maybe because I had the benefit of that privileged type of life of, you know, being a middle class, you know, working middle class family, growing up in the suburbs, and having that sort of American lifestyle. But it's I have an issue with that is because, you know, the women I grew up with, or the women in my life from day one, you know, most of them are South Asian women. Bangladeshi, Indian, Pakistani, whatever. I've been surrounded by these incredibly talented, intelligent, beautiful, sexy, powerful, independent women. And that's just, man, that's like one of the many reasons I do not even a second, you know. And I understand some of y'all, like, you guys go abroad and go, oh my God, I miss Dhaka, I miss Bangladesh. I'm sorry, man, I'm not from that fabric, bro. I wasn't raised there. And that's one of the reasons, this is one of the many reasons why I don't want to be in Dhaka. It's one of the reasons why I don't want to go back at all. Because this backward mentality, ignorant ass bullshit. Deserve harassment. That's crazy. Deserve harassment? I'm sorry. I don't. I'm trying not to get emotional. I'm trying, because I've seen this, dude. Like, I've seen this. You know how disgustingly dudes just fucking. I mean, blatantly staring at women in a very, just not in a kind way. You know, I've seen this. It's gross, bro. It's disgusting, disrespectful. And what really hurts is that some of these, in this survey, some of them were women who said they deserve this, because those women don't know any better. They're not as, you know, well educated. And ladies, I don't have to say this. Women who listen to this podcast, or women who know me, who women in my life, they're smarter than this. They know better. So I don't have to sit here and tell them, or tell anybody who's listening, that, ladies, you don't need to be fucking married to be successful. Fuck that shit. Married to be successful. You do you. If you don't want to get married, don't get married. You want to get married and not have kids? Then get married and not have kids. Or if you want to be married and want to have kids, great. That's not even I'm talking about at a human level. It's not even about male, you know, female, whatever gender you are. You're human. You're human. So you make the choices that makes you happy. Just as long, and I've always said this, do what makes you happy just as long you're not hurting yourself or anyone else. That's how you're supposed to go about it. Do what makes you happy just as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else. Man, it's hard enough for women just to deal with regular shit, biological shit, you know? I'm not trying to be this, this feminist, this kind of whatever. I'm just talking about it at a human level, man. Just having the rights, just human rights, bro. It's wild to me that anybody thinks that it's okay to harass women. To feed what? To feed your ego? To help remedy your insecurities? Fuck out of here, man. I'm gonna call that shit out. I will always call that shit out. If I see any of that type of ignorant ass behavior or the way people talk, man, I will not hold back. No one deserves harassment, period. No one deserves harassment. Let alone, freaking rape or assault. That's an obvious to me. Someone with some kind of, above average IQ would know that. It's disgusting, man. I ain't a part of that. And I don't like that. I will never I've never felt comfortable in living in Dhaka in the first place. I spent 15 years of my adult life there. It was a rough fucking 15 years. Got no plans to go back. I do not want to settle there. No fucking way. I've seen way too much, experienced way too much. I have way too many women in my life that I love, that I adore, that I look up to, that I respect. And ladies who, how many of you are listening to this? If I have ever, in any way, have ever disrespected you, I apologize for any of that. Now, that's, when it comes down to like the human level, that's different, right? When it's just, your personality, it sucks. That's different. That's a whole different topic. But the whole deserving the harassment thing, man. Oh my God. I feel, first of all, women in Bangladesh deserve way fucking better. Women everywhere deserve, but I can only say this because I'm from Bangladesh. I will never be ashamed of being or addressing myself as a Bangladeshi. Obviously, I've never been ashamed of that. I am 100% Bangladeshi. I just wasn't raised there, and thank God I wasn't fucking raised there. Thank God. Way too much toxic shit. I can't take that, and I will not tolerate it. I'll tell you that right now. I will not tolerate it, man. And that's why I will stick up for whoever. Whether it's work related or personal life or whatever, I'm gonna be upfront. I'm like, well, you know what, dude, that shit ain't funny. I'm sorry. I'm put my foot down, man. I think most of us need to do that. Men need to do that, straight up. That doesn't mean that women can't defend themselves. It's not about that. It's about just being fucking a good human being, man, and setting what's right and saying what's right. This survey, man, when I saw that, I was just like, ugh. Another thing? We got too many bullshit going around, man. Anyways, I can go on. I seriously can go on a rant, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to put too much attention to that bullshit. That ridiculous bullshit. I didn't want to end the podcast like this. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't want to do that, but this is just it's 2020, 2022, man. Wow. Like the COVID fucked me up so bad. I thought it was 2020 still. It's 2022. And this is still what's happening in Dhaka. Ladies, if you get the chance to get the fuck out, get the fuck out. I'm going to tell you that right now. Get out. Don't do all this patriotic bullshit. It's great. You can be Bangladeshi anywhere in the world. You know that, right? If you go abroad, go to Canada, Australia, UK, whatever. You can still be Bangladeshi. It's okay to be Bangladeshi. But you can do it elsewhere. Because, man, living in that toxic ass place, fuck that. I don't know how y'all do it. But that makes me respect you even more because you have to deal with that shit every single day. And I know personally people in my life that had gone through things that I would not wish upon anybody. Even imagine. That's crazy. I can't even imagine raising my hand. You know, raising my hand on a woman. Like it just, I can't. It doesn't. I've seen way too much of that, and I hate it. You know, that's probably one thing I do hate in this planet. Anyways, I'm sorry, guys. I think I went a little too much on that. I don't know. I wanted to keep this light, entertaining, but you know, sometimes, hey, this podcast is about, you know, pop culture and society, and unfortunately, this is Bangladeshi society, and things need to change there. And I have a much respect and admire those women of any age that have to deal with this on a daily basis. For real. Mad respect, mad love. You guys have incredible resilience and continue to be that representation of resilience, of strength, and it's okay to break down from time to time. It's okay because we're human. We all can't do it by ourselves. So to all the women in my life, to all the women out there, really, whether you're family or friends or ex-girlfriends, I love each and one of you, like, for real. I've never lost respect. I have never wished ill upon anybody that are in my life or were in my life or whatever, you know. They've gone their own way, I've gone my own way, but man, I still got incredible amount of respect for each and one of you. So I love you from the bottom of my heart, and yeah, man, let's just hope for better things. How about that? Sorry I didn't end this podcast on a good note. I mean, that was a good note, right? I mean, you know, just a little hopeful, I guess. I don't know, man. Hoping doesn't do anything anymore, does it? This is what leads to like more crazy shit. Anyways, but again, much love. Thank you for all the support again. Man, you guys have been fantastic. You know, people I don't even know, DMing me on Instagram saying they love the podcast. So shout out to y'all, for real. Appreciate it. And I'm just gonna keep doing this. And thank you for sharing the podcast, watching it on YouTube or listening to on Spotify and Apple Podcast, and yeah, just helping it grow. Appreciate it, for real. All right, and ladies, I love y'all, for real. I would not be the man I am today without you. Know that. All right, I'm out. See y'all next week. Peace.